They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. I'm Kyle Moy, the pastor. I am here to dig into the Word and provide the blueprint.
I'm Wayne Stallings, the worship leader, and I'm here to find the heart and the rhythm behind the wall.
And I'm Kyle Hatcher, the guy in the seat next to you. I'm just trying to figure out how to live this out when Monday morning hits.
3 perspectives, 1 mission.
To rise above the noise
And lead where God has called us.
This is the Eagle Man Podcast. Let's take flight.
With a spirit and I read a verse. Devil tried to kill me, but it didn't work. Pressure tried to kill me, but I did it first. Walk into the studio fresh out of her. New Jerusalem, this ain't the metaverse. Just make it worse. Stomping on the devil like I'm playing Kurt. Faith in words, place it in a verse. I ain't taking perks. God, he made it work. Lay down, came up.
All right, everybody. So welcome back to the Eagle Men Podcast. Let's go. So this is episode 2.
Dose.
He knows that one.
That's it.
It's not nada.
It's something.
It's caca. Okay, I'm done.
So we're gonna add a ka for each episode.
Not a car.
Episode 3 is gonna be ka.
Dude, imagine we get to episode 100. All right. Kyle, bring us back on track.
We are 6 seconds in. And already off track.
Wow. Are you timeless?
No,
You should.
Yes.
You should. Timeless. All right, so today we're going to talk about this episode is going to be called The Weight of the Wing. So we're going to talk about stress and burnout. Okay. So they've done me a huge blessing today. They're going to let me start off.
Hallelujah.
Let's go bottom of the barrel.
Negative.
Or the top, depending on who you ask. Come on.
Come on, somebody.
I've been at the bottom of the barrel, dude.
That's where all the flavors are.
Started at the bottom and we're still here.
It is.
I'm a little bit above the bottom.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit.
A little bit.
12 seconds in.
Well, as long as you're not that gooey stuff at the bottom that it collects, that's you don't
All
want
right,
to be there.
let's
But anyway,
come on, guys.
So-
Come on.
so we're going to talk about physical and financial burden.
Bless it, Lord.
The provider trap. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about feeling like our worth is tied to our paycheck. Okay. And we're going to look at some ways that we can find community when we're exhausted. So,
Let's get in.
so I'll tell you right now, just, because it's what the world tells us. I think we do put a lot of our worth, we coincide that with our paycheck, how much we make, because the world tells you got to have all the fancy things in life, right?
Right.
And it's nice to have nice things.
Yeah, but I ain't never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. I'm
Come
just
on.
saying.
Touche.
Come on now.
Just saying.
That's right. But so Wayne, what would you say? Where's our true worth found?
So,
Good way.
You ready?
And we hit him with a
Plot
tough one.
twist.
so our true worth is found, I believe, this is my humble opinion.
Okay.
Our true worth is found in everything that is not attributed to money.
Hey.
And what I mean by that is, how much time did you spend with your kids today?
Ooh, come on.
Did you play dolls and dress up, or did you go outside and throw a ball? Because when you leave this world and you are at the foot of Jesus, they're not going to say, "Oh, well, here lies Wayne Stallings. He made $22,000 a year," or whatever it is you make. That's not what I make. I just pulled that number out of nowhere. But they're going to say, "Here lies Wayne, who was a great father."
Yeah.
That's your worth.
Come on.
What's your
Or-
dash say?
That part, the tombstone has the day you were born and the day you died, but really the meat of it is in that little dash that
Yeah.
they put in between.
Yep.
And I believe that is really where our self-worth is tied. I mean, obviously the Christian and the church answer is our worth is found in Jesus. And it is. I mean, it is cliche, but it's the truth. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. But I feel like
But
what people
like come on, like stop basing your Christian life off a T-shirt.
That part.
You know what?
I mean,
Like
I
the
feel
cool
like,
T-shirt you found, like been knocked down, but I get up again. Like
that
It's
was a
song.
song. You know,
it's been on a T-shirt, I'm sure.
I'm sure Walmart probably sell it. But like I
Hey,
said,
Walmart.
we all
Sponsor us. Let's go. Come on.
All right.
I feel like our true worth
2
is
minutes
found in that part. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, man, already off track. I feel like our true worth and our true purpose is found in what you did that is not attributed to money. So, like I said,
It's good.
Right.
how good of a father you were, how good of a husband you are, how well do you treat your wife? You know, that is where your worth lies.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you don't do those things, then all you are is an ATM. I mean, if you're not playing with your kids, if you're not being a good husband, if you're not being a good son or a brother, whatever, then all you are is an ATM.
Yeah.
You really serve no other purpose than bringing a paycheck in.
Yeah, and that's not what God called you to
And
be.
that is absolutely not what God called you to do or be. He
Yeah.
called you to so much more. And living a life in faith is knowing what He's called you to and for.
Yeah.
And I believe that 90% of an Eagle man's calling is his family, is his friendships, acquaintances, you know,
Yeah.
how you treat people. I believe that is your true worth.
100%. Like to me, the one thing that sticks out, what God said to me, is provision is more than a paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, cause so when you look at it, and most of these Christian books will tell you the 3 P's of being a man is, you know, provide, protect, and pursue. So when we think of provide, naturally in our carnal mind, we think paycheck. Like, what do I bring to the table? And I'm just going to step out and be a little transparent and say, whenever me and Jackie got together, I cannot lie to you and tell you that her making more money than me didn't affect me in the beginning.
Hits the ego a little bit when you're
Like
married.
it bothered me
Yeah.
a little bit. And like I really had to self-search myself and allow God to minister to me. And now, I mean, I really don't. I know that her check is more than mine, but I'm blessed that I have a woman of God that doesn't. Real not big on gloating about what she can do or what she does, and our paycheck goes to the same place. Like we got the same account, and those of you can hit it in the comments about how that's unholy, whatever. It's the way we've found that it works.
Same.
So for me, like provision is way more like you said, Wayne, I mean, I'm in agreement with what you were talking about. And at the end of the day, self-worth is really, you have to find out what's really important to you.
That part. Priorities.
Yeah,
Straight.
like so for me, like I work third shift at a manufacturing company that we make car parts, basically stuff for anyways, not to get into the works of that, like, but that doesn't define me.
Right.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, even being a pastor, it doesn't define me. But we have allowed in this day of time to allow things to be labeled on us, and we're living up to a label, not to a savior.
Wow, that's really good.
Like
That needs to be on.
we're living to a label and not to a Lord. You know what I mean? Like we
good.
really have to begin to evaluate ourselves and stop putting so much weight on what kind of money we bring to the table. Like I could care less if you're making 6 figures and you're a crappy father.
Come on.
Like this is the one thing I've learned: you can't buy love.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You can't buy, relationship. Like you can, but it's a false one. Like
Yeah.
they're there for the wrong reason.
Well, I'm being transparent. Old sex and love ain't the same thing either.
No,
Depending on,
they're not.
they're not.
Because, I mean, just being honest, I mean, we've had sex with people that love really hadn't have nothing to do with it.
That part.
Exactly.
Just being honest. And I don't know, like for me, like it's real easy to fall in that trap, I believe, Kyle, when your priorities are mixed up. And going back to episode 1, talked about identity. A lot of the struggle is that's where men's identity lie,
That
Yeah.
part. How much they make.
and what we do for a living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
Or what
like,
you do with your money that you make. Dude,
Well, you know that, but like, how many people are so worried about social status
yeah.
Mhm.
and what they do as a living? Like, if I would look at somebody and say, "I work at a factory," like they prejudge that right off the rip and have like no clue about who I am.
Yeah.
Truck driver. Oh, and there's so many labels on that.
Mhm.
You know, retail. Oh, he's got to be broke. You know, that's just what people think. But when you begin to define broke, to me, that's more than money. Like I can be broke in,
Right.
and that affect me way more than me being broke.
Absolutely.
So I really believe the only time that we fall into the provider trap is when our identity lies.
Yeah. So, I'll say this. So, I'm on my second marriage. So, one of the most humbling things that's ever happened to me. I was married before. I had all the things. I had a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home. We had vehicles.
Had a pond.
Had a pond, dude. Come on, a
Oh,
pond.
fine.
I remember.
Oh, yeah. Had a race car.
I burned this the crap out of a fishing
Yeah,
pole
you
one
did.
time.
Yeah, you were learning though, man.
He's
But-
like, "What happened?" I was like,
But
Anyways,
I had all the things. I had a couple boats, whatever. Life was great. I didn't know God,
yeah,
so I really lived in that mindset of okay, I'm a provider.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
What
tied
else
to.
do I got to do? Yeah,
Exactly. So one of the most humbling things that happened to me, got divorced, filed bankruptcy, lost everything.
yeah.
Now, guys, I'm remarried. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Hey,
I'm happier than I've ever been.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because you got
And-
Jesus.
Yeah, I got Jesus now. And now, so the provider thing, I mean, look, I'd be lying if I said I wish I didn't make more money.
Yeah,
And listen,
I'm with you.
I'm transparent, dude. I want a new truck.
yeah,
We want a home.
yeah.
A backyard
Right.
that I ain't got to put the dog on a leash every time it wants to go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where Zuri can run and play.
Where she can run and play.
I have
But
a backyard and I still put my dog on the leash.
but what I'm getting
If
at
I
is,
don't, my dog runs away.
yeah, I still in a way have that provider mentality, I guess, because I know the bills got to be paid, all the things. But we're kind of at a point because my wife was married before, had all the things, whatever. We've lost it all, blah blah blah. Maybe she can tell her story one day. But anyway, I'm kind of now, dude. Like, I might want all those things, but I don't hang my hat on it.
Right.
My bills are paid. We got food on the table. You know
That's
what I'm
all I
saying?
really worry about. Yeah, yeah. Got a little bit in savings. We good to go.
Well,
We're getting there.
it's so hard. This economy, I tell you.
Yeah.
This
So,
economy.
so just a question for you, Kyle. How do you keep going? Right? How do you stay persistent when you're tired?
When I'm tired.
Like
So-
when you've had a hard day, the last thing you want to do is to come home and have to do something else.
Oh, dude. I love my recliner.
And it loves you.
And it loves me back. Okay.
It loves your back.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. However, I want to lay in that guy.
He's there.
It cuddles me. It loves me.
Yep.
It's my comfort.
Recliners, please sponsor that.
I have to check and see what kind of recliner it is. We'll shout them out.
Yeah, just shout out
So-
shout out the expensive one.
I mean, listen, I'm super blessed, man. I have a wife that we tag team a lot of stuff, whether it's cooking or cleaning up or whatever. We help each other out. Listen, there's days I come home and and my wife knows me. There's days I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I've gotten better about it.
Good.
And we, like I say, we pick each other's slack up, but sometimes, I mean, as a man, you kind of have that mentality of, well, it's got to get done,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, dude, and my wife probably don't believe me when I say this, but living in this apartment, I don't have to cut grass
Yeah.
and all the things.
I raked leaves this morning. Be grateful.
Wow, that's what you get for being off.
Yep.
Should have went to work, bro.
Nah, I still
But-
would have had it to do.
You know, I love those things. So I'm gonna tell you a struggle that my wife and I have is sometimes, and I'm not dogging her because I get it. I definitely put off this vibe. My wife sometimes doesn't think when we get a house, she questions if I'm gonna be that guy that cuts the grass.
Yeah.
I love to cut grass.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the opportunity, but I don't have to do those things.
Well, me and Wayne's got a yard.
You could come cut mine. I'm fine with
I don't
that.
cut other people's grass.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
I
okay.
didn't say that.
Yeah,
I love to cut my own.
But yeah, I think it's just, of course, the biblical thing to say is, you keep praying and you put,
But like outside of that, what?
yeah, but as a
what
man,
what gears you to do it?
it's got to be done.
Is that it?
Um, it's got to be done. I think sometimes we do it to, keep the house happy. Ooh,
I
it might
This
not
is-
be popular.
no. I mean, but it's true.
Happy spouse.
Well, and
happy
two,
house.
and
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. My schedule's weird at work. I mean, there's days I'm home a little after lunch.
Right.
And I come in and I've got up at 2:00 that morning. I want to take a nap.
Yeah.
That recliner's like, hey, big guy, come on, get over here.
Yeah.
Get your blankie and the
Uh,
puppy,
I'm calling you.
and you snuggle down and take a nap.
Yeah.
But
You deserve a nap.
you deserve a nap. Man.
Yeah.
My wife likes to tell me I work half days, but I'm like, well, it wasn't a half day when I was up at 2:00 this morning.
Yeah. so,
But-
I mean, one of the things I struggle with, like, is the initiative
Yeah.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I know once I get it done, I'm going to feel so much better that I've accomplished something.
Yeah.
But it's just that get up and go,
Uh-huh.
that get up and
Yeah.
do it. And like, I have to recall, like back to what makes us who we are and why we do what we do. Like, I got two little boys that need to know what it looks like.
There you go. Yep.
They need to know what it looks like to get out and rake a yard. They need to know what it looks like
Mhm.
to take out the trash. They need to know what it looks like to mop a floor.
Right.
They got to learn,
Yeah.
because I'm not dissing my dad, but just to speak a little bit about that, he had enough money to where, or he made enough money to where he got his oil changes at the mechanic shop or, the
Mm-hmm.
Take 5 oil or whatever it was. Now, I'll tell you one thing about him. That jerker was washing his car every
the same way.
every Saturday,
Right.
cleaning it out, and he was he was great in showing me how to do things, but there's some things that I didn't learn because, I mean, he didn't. You know what I mean? Like, but the things that I do know and the things that I can do, like, there's somebody depending on me to do it
Right.
and to show them how to do it.
Mhm.
But that
Yeah.
initiative, dude, I struggle.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I'm
this
kinda
this morning, bro, I was trying to find anything I could not to get out. It was cold.
cold. Better than being hot doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I got hot while I was wrecking. Anyways,
Yeah, I totally get what you mean though, because a lot of time, and I do this sometimes on Sunday mornings at church.
yeah,
I'm like, I could stay in the bed,
I can find so
And,
much more. Yeah,
but when I get here, same with getting up and doing what needs to be done in the house, you feel better,
yeah,
and
right.
you feel that accomplishment or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, like a while back, I drug the 12-year-old up under the car with me to change the oil. He didn't do anything, but he watched, and he hated every minute of it. But
Listen,
I'm like, well,
you got to
you're
learn.
not gonna be able to say
Nobody
can't
showed.
change my oil.
Yeah, nobody showed me.
You know,
What you think?
So for me, how to keep going when I'm tired, I feel like it happens more often than not. To be honest with you, like I usually come home pretty exhausted, but there's still jobs to do. Really, for me, it's just about my family.
Yeah.
I prayed for this. I prayed hard.
So it's a response to what God gave. you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. I
Yeah.
prayed hard for a godly wife, and I prayed hard for children. Now, did God answer the prayer the way that I thought He should? No, and that's absolutely fine with me. I'm good with it. I have two for lack of a better word, stepdaughters that
That's
are
not
mine.
it.
I mean, they are my kids, and how not arrogant, but how flagrant of me to have prayed for as long as I did for what I did, and then to basically spit in their face when
You don't.
I don't
you,
feel like
you-
it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like doing that.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
good.
me and my wife, we don't, you know, we tag team things absolutely, but there are certain jobs that are her jobs, and there are certain jobs that are mine. And I don't want you to hear that and think, oh, he's got his wife chained to a stove, because I'm the cook in my household. I cook
Yeah.
almost every meal. She does cook. What she does cook is phenomenal. And there are days when I get home and she sees the look on my face and she'll say, "Baby, I got dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Go sit down for a little bit, go take you a shower." You know, she notices when I'm tired, and my Eagle woman is there to help me and to lift me
Right.
up. She is my helpmate.
Right.
But coming home being exhausted, I know that I'm gonna have to cook. That I get to cook for my family.
Mhm.
Then I get to do the dishes.
Yeah, that was huge
know?
just then. I don't want to speed past that. Instead of saying, I have to,
You get to.
but I get to.
I get
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm blessed and fortunate to have a beautiful family and a beautiful home that I get to take care of.
Right.
And that unfortunately has to happen after I do all the other things during the day. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It does suck sometimes to have to go and work a 40-hour work week
Yeah.
and then to come home and feel like you work another 40.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're working 2 jobs pretty much to take care of a family and work a job to bring home the money to
Take
fund
care of the
everything,
yeah.
you know? But for me, it is just my family is the only thing that keeps me going. I prayed for this, and so now I feel it is my responsibility to take care of this, no
Yeah.
matter what that is.
Right.
And I'm the world's worst about just doing it.
Mm.
I see that it needs to be done.
Just do it.
You should just do it.
Yeah, I'm learning how to find enjoyment in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, so me and my wife, we actually, I wouldn't say had an argument about it, but she kind of came to me and was like, "Hey, this is what I need you to do. So you see this needs to be done, to just do it." My thing is,
I'm not
well,
Nike.
so I know that you have something in your head that needs to be done now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be over here washing the dog when in your mind
The
dishes
priority
need to
is
be done
different.
first.
Yeah, priorities
know,
are different. Yeah.
I like for our priorities to line up. I like when you say, "Hey, I need you to take the trash out, do the dishes, then wash the dog." That is the exact order in which I'm going to do them, because that was the most important thing, was the first thing.
Yeah, that's how you laid it out. Yeah.
You know, and I appreciate when my wife does that. I don't see it as a honey-do list.
No.
Like I like when she says, "Hey, I need you to A, B, C, and D." I'm about to A, B, C, and D. No matter how I feel, I don't care.
So it's funny you say that, because I was dealing with something like this yesterday. So, I've made a declaration to be, more better and more of an eagle man, more of the things, And I was just sitting there thinking the other day, I was like, Jackie's happy. I'm doing good. Why do I still feel, empty? I still feel deficient because I've done the things and Jackie's happy.
Yeah.
And then, talking with Felicia, Pastor Felicia, she said, but did you do what God said?
Mm.
Like, it's okay for that to happen, and that's great.
Yeah.
That thing coexists.
Yeah.
And you do the things. But for me, like, Jackie could be happy all day long. A real key is to do what God said do. For me, because Jackie don't really like to give me things. Say, I just want you to see it. Like, see the things and do them.
Yeah.
And like, I struggle with that. Like, I struggle with that, but I'm getting better. Like, I'm learning. But I found out if I'll pray and I do the things that are lining up with pleasing her, will fall into place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know, that maybe that was just for me, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we sell ourselves short sometimes when we I think sometimes, man, we don't realize that when we do what God has called us to do, that's a lot of times that's where our wives
are already set up.
truly make them happy.
Yeah.
Seek ye
When-
first.
The
Yeah.
kingdom of God.
Kingdom of God.
That's
All
Matthew.
of these things.
I can't do this with everything that we say, but I know this one. Matthew 6:33 is the scripture that Wayne just quoted.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things
Yeah.
will be added unto you. You don't
Yeah.
lay it out what all those things are, but I believe that that is a facet of what he was
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my wife tells me all the time. She's like, God, I love it when you pray.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? That fills her love tank.
Her?
You know. So
But that should drive us
exactly.
to do the things, but we still, anyways, switch gears, Wayne.
Going back to vulnerability.
Yeah.
Listen, we feel that way with our wife sometimes. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
All right, so to move into the worship leader part, so the Sunday high versus the Monday low. All right, coming to church, having a great service, and then it feels like Monday you're just,
Already over it.
Monday morning I'm clocking in at 8 o'clock, and by 8:06 I am finished.
It's almost like you go from spirit to routine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
for some of us it's from routine to routine, so it's really a Sunday low to a Monday low.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
So you said something before, Kyle, about steak and season.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday. Hold on, let me think.
Sunday's your steak.
Monday through Saturday is the salt and pepper to your steak on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and really what I'm talking about here is coming in and having a great church service, feeling re-energized, feeling ready to go and conquer the world, and then Monday it feels like everything is against you, and you know you're defeated the second you walk in your job's door, you know. And I feel like the Lord has blessed us with little ways to make the week feel like a Sunday morning. You
Yeah.
know? And for me, that, like I said in an episode or two ago, was worship. You know, being able to put some music in my ear or in my car on the way to work, listen to worship music, and kind of feel the same way I felt in worship service, or listening to the pastor's sermon. You know, going back and listening to the live. That's another part of my week that I enjoy, especially when it's like a really good worship service and a really good word. You know, I'll listen to it 2 or 3 times just to see what else I can get out of it. What did I miss?
Right.
You know, what more can I get out of this message? You know, I will ring a message for all it's worth
Yeah.
to try to get as much out of it as God would allow me to get, you know, and I think that is a really important thing throughout our week to do,
Mhm.
is to dig back into what we've learned on Sunday.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
it just
that's-
reminds me of Old Testament, because a lot of the times whenever God met them in a place, they built an altar
Yeah.
to remind them that this is where God met me.
Right.
And I think sometimes in our everyday life, everyday struggle, the tools that we have to light that fire, so to say, we just they're in the toolbox. We just don't open the toolbox.
Yeah.
Like, so why, whenever it's Tuesday and you're down and out, why can't you recall something or recall the last time God met you and it light the fire to keep you going? Like,
Yeah.
that's a key thing. But like you say, if you're coming into church and you're not really intentional
Yeah.
about getting something, it's you're not putting anything in your toolbox. You just got a clanging around toolbox with one screw, and you don't know what it goes to. You know what I mean? It's just loose.
And I will say too, Wednesday nights is another big part of my week.
Yeah.
Coming in here on Wednesday nights and hearing the word.
The Bible studies, yeah.
It's, you know, like I've said before, worship isn't just a song. Worship is learning about who I'm pursuing. If I'm really a follower of Christ, if I'm really a pursuer of his ways and of him, how can I pursue him if I know nothing about him? And I believe that that is really what worship is. To worship someone is to learn all you can about them. So even when the pastor is preaching and speaking, I believe is still worship. I don't believe the worship ends when the song ends or when the musicians aren't playing.
Right.
I believe that to pursue him and to worship him, I also need to learn all I can about him.
Right. His
And that
character. Yeah.
Wednesday is a good time to learn. You know, I don't know about other churches, but here on Wednesday nights at Abundant Life, we have a Bible study. Right now we're in the book of Mark, and we're learning
Mark.
as much as we can about
My daddy. That's not what it is.
No,
Oh,
you're-
easy.
It's not Mark
Lord,
Boy. It's
have mercy on us all. We're learning as much as we can about Jesus, you know, in those moments and who he was and his character and how he acted and reacted to certain things. And I believe that that is another tool that you can use. is
Yeah.
to find somewhere to go on Wednesday nights. If your church
Right.
doesn't have a Wednesday night service, come join us.
and this is the thing too. I believe is a big one. Find what connects you to God.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. Like because for some people it's worship. Like you're a very worshipful person.
Yeah.
That's what hits you. That you know what I mean. That's what speaks to your spirit. Like for me and Kyle, that what Kyle can sing, I can't.
You can sing.
Yeah, don't let him lie.
Well, everybody can sing.
That's okay. He can hold a tune. Anyways, like you got you got to find that thing that really like grips you and really pulls you into his presence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's key is figuring out what really lights that fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know.
my bad.
Are you
You
good?
done?
Go ahead.
No.
I can pick back up later.
I'm guilty of this, and I think one of the big reasons sometimes we probably lose that fire from Sunday to Monday is we're already anticipating what's going to happen.
Yeah,
at
participate in the
work
worst.
tomorrow. Yep, anticipating the
Well, there's
worst.
the thing. Like, I can't know if it's got to be maybe not scripture, but I think it is. Like, don't worry about tomorrow; it has its own troubles.
That is scriptural. I
Yeah.
know that to Rainey.
Yeah, like
I don't know where it came from, but it is scriptural.
like tomorrow has its own troubles.
Yeah.
Like, why are we anticipating? Because like scripture even tells you tomorrow ain't even promised.
Right.
Like you're predetermining how bad something that may not even happen
Yeah.
is going. So
Mhm.
some of it's just like, come on, let's be logical.
Yeah.
You know, like stay in the moment.
Right.
And I believe that's a lot of the guys.
Come on and preach, Pastor.
A lot of the guys' problem and a lot of men's problem is so thinking about the next thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're thinking about the next thing that has to be done.
Yep.
We're thinking about the next project that has to be finished that we miss out on right now.
Yeah.
Like we miss out on the end moment. And one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's not really a pet peeve, it's just something that I like. Jackie will document stuff through videos. Like she'll video the boys doing stuff. And like, I don't think,
I'm that parent.
I don't think to pick my phone up.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm enjoying experiencing in the moment. Like I don't want to watch my baby through a lens.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to recreate this in like an alternate. Like I remember things that Gabe has said
Yeah.
that was just hilarious to me. I remember things that Elijah did that was hilarious to me, and I remember things that melted my heart. You know what I mean? Like this morning. Matter of fact, didn't get it on videotape, didn't get her voice recorded or nothing. We're getting in the car. I was dropping them off with Jackie's mama. And so they live like 3 houses down. So before I say this, I want to preface it with that so people don't think I'm driving with my kid in the front seat through town. Literally 3 houses down, same street. Whenever we do that, when we go to Nan's, Gabe gets excited because he gets to ride my lap. And he gets to crank the car up.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to crank my truck up. And like over the moon about it.
Yeah.
Like this makes his day. Something so simple
Mm-hmm.
that I find no joy in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what am I thinking ahead of time? I'm finna have to get gas, oil changes. He don't care. I just get to crank daddy's truck up.
Right up.
And he sat in my, you know what I mean? And he sat in my lap and he said, "I love you, Dada." Like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. These are the moments that I have to stay in.
Yeah.
Because if I don't and I allow myself to get outside of it and I worry about raking the leaves when I get home and I worry about, being on time or whatever it may be, like I lose sight of in the moment things. And I think that would help us out a lot throughout our week if we just stay in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like Monday, just because God spoke to you on Sunday doesn't mean he goes mute on Monday.
Right.
Like you seek him on Sunday. Why are you not seeking him on Monday? The same way you sought him on Sunday.
Well, the reminder that we are the church. So if what you experience can only happen in this building, then I would question
Yeah.
if you are the church. So that might be that sounds a little harsh, but
It
I'm
is.
just saying,
Yeah.
it's harsh, but it's true. You know what I mean? If church can only happen in the building,
Yeah.
then what's
Yeah.
going on with the rest of your week?
Yeah. And I just got a quick question for y'all. I mean, we've kind of mentioned it before that we're not scared to cry. We're not scared to, be vulnerable in that way. Um, and we all can be very wordy. Like we can say, me probably more than anybody, but so like my question is like whenever words fail, how do you cry out to God? Like when you can't speak, when you can't articulate what's happening with you. What do you do? Like for me, honestly, to be honest with you, I just get in a quiet, somewhere quiet, and I just sit. Because a lot of times I've preached it before and I've said it before. Like we go into our prayer closets and we say all the words, and we leave before God can respond.
Yeah.
Like so for me, like when I'm crying out and I can't speak and I can't say what I want to say or be it to anger or just emotions or out of the wazoo, and I don't know how I feel totally, I get somewhere quiet.
Yeah.
And once God starts to minister, I love music. I can't sing it, but like my favorite song right now, and I listen to it on repeat. Like there's nothing else that plays in my truck, and it's "What a God."
Yeah.
That is my jam, especially when it says, and it gives me chills every time we sing it here at church. If the highest place I reach is at your feet,
Yeah.
I've done it all.
Yeah.
Like the simplicity of that. So that's just for me, not to get on the emotional side of things, but like when I'm at my wit's end, I have to get in a quiet place to where I can hear God. What
Always listen, yeah.
What do you do?
Oh man, I love so my favorite time to get into my word is and it's hard to do during the week with work, but like on a Saturday or Sunday morning, man, get up before everybody else and read, study, try to break it down to where I can understand it.
Right.
And I think we talked about it the other day, so no matter what you've been through, what you're going through, what you're going to go through, there's something in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's something.
It's relatable.
It speaks to it. Yeah, it'll speak to it.
But yeah, and I struggle too sometimes with, doing all the things but not listening, not getting quiet, But I mean, look, I've been home before and worship music and crying and all the things,
That good old ugly cry.
Yeah, dogs looking at me like, "What are you doing?
Let me yeah.
Why are you down there?"
I
Yeah.
don't know about y'all dogs. My dogs are Christian. My dogs are all Christian. They love the Lord.
Huck praying for his leg back, cause
All right.
Oh, that would caught me off guard.
it ain't coming, dog.
It's not.
No, it's it. They got doggy prosthetics though.
Yeah.
We 32 minutes in.
All right, Wayne, what do you do whenever you feel like you can't, when you can't say?
So for me,
What's that? Pray for his leg back.
so for me, it's about worship for me.
Oh man.
This time, this particular moment, it's about the music. When I have no words, when I have nothing left, and when I just need a moment with God, I put on a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put on some worship music and I worship. I mean, and I could be driving in the car, I mean, it's not about a place. It's not about a secret hidey hole at the house or anything like that for me, but it's just about finding time to meet with him.
Yeah.
Inviting his presence, inviting him into the situation.
Yeah.
No matter what it may be, if I'm angry at something or I've had a bad day at work or I'm angry with my wife or my kids did something and whatever, it's about seeking him first. And for me, it is putting on music and just letting
the minister
presence wash over. Let it minister to me. Right now, my favorite worship song is "You Are Holy."
Okay.
We sing it here at church, and it is one that ministers to me. I mean, we sang it a few Sundays ago, and it put me on my knees.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't stand. Like it was one of those moments where the Lord just came and He met with me, and it was a beautiful moment. And it's a moment that I chase. I chase it as hard as I can.
Yeah.
As often as I can.
Right.
I love it when the Lord puts me on my knees. I love it when when he literally knocks my feet out from under me and I cannot stand under the weight of his presence. Those are the moments that I chase.
Yeah.
I chase
Yeah.
that like a crackhead chase crack. I mean,
Well,
all right. I
Yeah.
chase it is what that is
yeah.
what I
So,
do.
so going from that to moving, switch
We are
gears.
34 minutes in.
Yeah, Wayne is comparing himself to a crackhead. Kidding. So, one of the things I kind of want to get into real quick, before we run out of time, is one of the struggles, maybe from my perspective, is being careful not to turn into performative holiness.
Well, this is coming from your perspective, but I feel like a lot of people, even in the church,
Do
Get
it.
that.
Yeah. So,
get performative.
so for me, it's just really staying rooted in why I do what I do,
Yeah.
not what is on my plate to do, but why am I doing it? Right? Because I mean, it can get overbearing, like overwhelming as a, from a pastor role, you hear the ups and downs of everybody's lives. And you have to learn, I had to learn to wash it off and place it at God's feet. Because I remember I was on a weekend, the thing that we're involved in is called Trace Diaz, and standing before a young woman, and the things she told me wrecked me. Like, I took it home, and it bothered me for a long time. And it really taught me that I don't have to take on other people's issues just because I'm their pastor.
Can I interrupt for just a second and
Yeah.
ask, is there a practical way that you wash that off?
Taught,
Is it
I mean, I sought wisdom. Like, I didn't keep it in my head because I didn't know how at the moment to give it to God, but just because it was so weighty. So I went to somebody and I told them, I said, look, which they were on the weekend with me, and it was Pastor Felicia. She served with me, and I told her, I said, this is what she said, and I can't shake it. And so we stood right there, and she prayed. She prayed over me. She prayed it off of me. And we prayed for the young woman. And like, I really had to cleanse myself in a way of just washed in prayer and, just like I say, the secret place of that. But getting back to, just ritualistic stuff that can happen, just stuck in a ritual. I believe when you're surrounded by people and you are discipling people and you are a part of the community, the weight of, I don't want to say people expecting something from you, but I mean, that's kind of what it is. It can get to be a lot because sometimes I struggle with, are people connected to me for what I can give them? Are they connected to me genuinely? And that discerning of that is tough sometimes. But one of the biggest things is being okay with getting away from all the things and getting alone, with God. Because, I mean, one of the things that I read in the Bible that I go to whenever I get like that, even Jesus had to get away from people.
Yeah.
Just to kind of collect itself. And I think that's important because I think that's important to keeping the sanity of doing what you're doing, is having that time to where you can kind of just depress or whatever, decompress. I just missed anyways. I mean, don't depress. Yeah. Decompress. And just having something that not only God, but having some people that you can look at and say, hey, I just need some time.
Yeah.
To really just let loose and not really, because I believe if Jesus had to do it, like we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to exclude yourself from some things, and not overdo yourself. Because I mean, even Kyle came up to me before, and he said, dude, you do a lot. Like, you're involved in a lot.
Mm.
Like, it's okay to tell people no.
Yeah.
And that's stuff I needed to hear, but it's hard. you know, because whenever you're just going after God, a lot of times we can lose ourselves in going after Him and not never talk to Him.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
We just go after the things of Him,
Mhm.
but not after, you know, well, this looks Christian like, let me go do it.
Yeah.
You know, this is at the church, let me get involved in that. And we got to pray, like, am I supposed to be involved in that?
Yeah.
Do I need a break from that? And like one of the beautiful blessings that I've received here lately is like Kyle's daddy came up to me and said, "Hey man, we just want to give you a break. Let us take this."
Yeah.
You know, and one of the hardest, and like in my younger years of ministry, I was like, "No, I got it." But like to understand the blessing of not having to do everything, you know what I'm saying? So,
Wisdom. That's why you got gray hair.
well,
That's what they say. So,
What he has left.
so here we go.
ouch, dude. Wow.
So episode 2, 32 minutes in, first ball joke.
Wow. So
Yeah.
to
Remember
y'all,
Elijah and the Bears? Just saying.
what? How do y'all get spiritual rest? But like, and how important is that?
So, do you want to go? I've been talking.
mean,
Go ahead.
I think
my
he wants to
answer,
talk Kyle.
my answer
Jeez.
is gonna be the same. I mean, worship. That is how I get my spiritual rest. I put on some worship music and I listen. I sing. I play my piano. That's really it. You know, if I get to a place where I feel spiritually exhausted, then I know I'm not doing what I'm doing for the right reason, because the word says that we shouldn't be exhausted. The word says that we should be renewed.
Yeah. A lot of times we operate in our own strength. Like
That
we've
part.
like we get past
Yeah.
what God's called and we're just doing stuff.
Yeah, we're just doing it. And that goes back again to when you get involved in church, you know, finding the place where you fit, because there's someone that is busting it, trying to cover what you are supposed to be doing in the church.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like serving is spiritual rest for me. I know that
Yeah.
sounds weird to do.
I mean,
is
it
to
can
rest,
be.
but,
Yeah.
you know, that's another way I get spiritual rest is by serving,
Mm-hmm.
by pouring out what God's given me. Because I feel like when you get so full of, like, the Lord has just blessed you and just filled you up, and you sit on it and do nothing with it,
Yeah.
I feel like it can exhaust you as well.
100%.
But when you get filled up and the Lord has been so good to you that you're overflowing onto other people and you are just pouring out
Yeah.
blessings, I feel like the Lord blesses that, and in and of itself, it kind of renews you to pour out.
Yeah.
But that's my
2 cent.
2 cents. Nothing else about you, nothing.
Well, I think it's important to remember the spiritual rest isn't necessarily to quit
Laying
being
down.
spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't mean like get out of your word and
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
That could be
But
a
it-
nap. I mean,
And the
Yeah.
recliner,
I'm
cuz
saying, as funny
Well,
as it sounds, I mean,
yeah.
a Sunday nap is
Oh, they're so good.
that could
most
be
of the
hitting.
time for church.
Well, you can
So-
ask Jackie. Like one of the things for me is the reason it's so important, and this is just God showing me. It's like I can preach Sunday morning, and by the time I get home,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired
Spent.
because I've given
Mm-hmm.
like all that the Lord has. Like I have to recharge.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I'm telling you, like
It's-
Wayne's been with me at a conference that I spoke at, and like when we left, like he can tell you, I was just
Mm-hmm.
like I was just so.
Yeah.
And I told him like halfway home, like, sorry, I'm not much company right now. Like just the, so if you don't, you ever heard the saying, burning the candle at both ends?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If we're not careful and you don't rest,
Right.
you're going to constantly be operating on fumes. But that's all I got.
It's good.
Y'all good? Kyle, anything else? Well, this has been episode dose.
So,
Yes.
And until next time, I'm the pastor.
I'm the worship leader.
and I'm on the pew.
Fly on.
See ya.